Welcome back, my dear students. So today I'm going to teach you sampling theory. Okay, this is important. Fifth model this is. So this is basic definitions. What is sampling theory? So in this definitions, one question is covered. So what is the sampling theory definitions? What is type 1, type 2 errors? Okay. What is stochastic process? So these are the some examples are there. So this is very important. Okay. So sampling theory, first we can see the introduction. So first one introduction, that is second is sampling theory definitions. What is sampling theory definition is? So standard errors, test of hypothesis for means, confidence limits for means, and problems. Okay, standard error, test hypothesis for means, confidence limits for means and problems. This is first condition. Second one is students t distribution and chi square distribution as a goodness of fit and problems. So this contains is saying this sampling theory. So next one is stochastic process. Stochastic process means first one definitions of problems. Okay, definitions of problems: vector stochastic matrix and regular stochastic matrix. Stochastic matrix and regular stochastic matrix, these two are very important. And Markov chain. Markov chain means definition and higher transition problems matrix. Okay, so you can call it as TPM, means transition probability matrix or transition probability matrix. So this is TPM. So okay, this one, these things. So first one, introduction. What is the introduction of this sampling theories? The study of variation with respect to one or more characteristics related to individuals belonging to a group. This of individuals under study is called universe or population. So this is the introduction. The sampling aims at collecting or gathering the maximum information about the population with the minimum effort, cost and time. The objects of sampling studies is to obtain the best possible values of the parameters under the specific conditions. Okay, this is the main. These there are two methods of collecting data. One is census method, second one is sampling method. So here two conditions. There is one is census method, second one is sampling method. In census method, information is collected from every member of the population, and in sampling method information is collected from members of a group collected from the universe by some technique. Okay, some technique, this group is called a sample. Okay, so repeat once again, it is in census method information is collected from every member of the population, and in sampling method information is collected members of a group collected from the universe by some technique. This group is called a sample. Okay, next one is random sampling. A large collecting of individuals attributes numerical data can be understood as a population. Okay, a finite subset of universe is called as a sample, and the number of individuals in sample is called sample size. We can call this small n. Next, the process of selecting a sample from the population is called a sampling. The selection of an individuals or item from the population in such a way that each has the same chance of being selected is called as random sampling. Is called as the random sampling. So next one is sampling distribution. What is sampling distribution means? The different samples of a size n drawn from population for each and every sample of size n. We can compute quantities like mean and SD. SD means standard deviation, etc. will not be same. Remember, it is the quantities like mean and standard deviation. Standard deviation means root of the variance. The both are the not same. Suppose we group these characteristics according to their frequencies. The frequency distribution so generated are called sampling distribution. So they are called as sampling distribution. The sampling distribution of large samples is assumed to be a normal distribution. So we can check once again, this is one. Okay, this is very important sentence here. Okay, sampling distribution. So next one is test of hypothesis. Test of the hypothesis. A hypothesis is a statement supposed to be true till it is proved false. The hypothesis may be based on previous experience or may be derived theoretically, but a statistical hypothesis is a statement about parameters. A hypothesis can be stated in various ways. Example, the parameter is equal to the given value, or the parameter is greater than the given value, or the parameter is not equal to the given value, etc. Okay, various way example. For example, here the parameter is equal to the given value, first one, or the parameter is greater than the given value, or parameter is not equal to the given value, etc. So this is the important. So now it is very important. Null hypothesis. Null hypothesis means the hypothesis formulated for the purpose of its rejection under the assumption that it is true is called null hypothesis and denoted by H naught. So this H naught means what? Null hypothesis. Okay, any hypothesis which is complementary of the null hypothesis is called alternative hypothesis and denoted by H1. H1 means what? Alternative hypothesis. H0 means null hypothesis. For example, to test whether one process is better than another, we formulate that there is no difference between the process. This one. So you know that H0 and H1. H0 means null hypothesis. H1 means alternative hypothesis. So next one is significance level. Significance level is the probability level which leads to the rejection of the hypothesis is known as the significance level and is expressed in percentage as alpha is equal to 5% or alpha is equal to 1%. This is significance level. If alpha is equal to 5%, level of significance mean the probability of rejecting a true hypothesis is 0.05, and alpha is equal to 1%, level of significance means the probability of rejecting a true hypothesis 0.001. So it means what? The alpha is equal to 5% is there, the hypothesis 0.05, the 1% of alpha is there, that is significance level, probability is hypothesis 0.01. So you just 5% means 0.05, 1% means 0.01. So okay, this one. So next is confidence limit. Confidence limits means the limit within which an hypothesis should lie with specified probability are called confidence limits or fiducial limit. Generally, the confidence limits are set up with 5% or 1% level of significance. If the sample value lies between the confidence limits, the hypothesis is accepted. Okay, when the 5% or 1% level of significance, the sample value lies between these two, the hypothesis is accepted. Okay, the value in between of these two values. If it does not, the hypothesis is rejected. So more than or less than is there, we can reject the hypothesis value at the specified level of significance. Okay, so this is one thing. So main very important is type 1 and type 2 errors. Okay, you can check the every year question paper. The first one question is compulsory. What is the type 1 and type 2 errors? Okay, so just we can write, this is the definition: type 1 error and type 2 error. If the hypothesis is rejected while if should have been accepted, we say that a type 1 error has been committed. So sometimes it is hypothesis value is rejected. Rejected means that is not belongs to 0.05 to 0.01. That value we can reject it, but should have been accepted. We say that a type 1 error has been committed. If the hypothesis is accepted while it should have been rejected, we say that a type 2 error has been made. This is depending upon the 0.05 and 0.01 value. This is rejected and accepted. Okay, when we can reject, we can expect should have been accepted, that is the type 1 error. If it is accepted but should have been rejected, we have that the type 2 errors. Okay, this is the type 1 and type 2 errors. Okay, so next, one tailed and two tailed tests. One tailed and two tailed tests. In one tailed test, the area lying on one side of the normal curve when an alternative hypothesis is one-sided. So repeat again. In one tail test, the area lying on one side of the normal curve and an alternative hypothesis is one-sided. For example, mu is greater than mu naught or mu is less than mu naught. The test is one-sided. In two-tail test, the rejection area lying. So this is the some basic definitions. Okay, or one on the two side of the normal curve. For example, mu is less than mu naught or mu is greater than mu naught. That is the alternative hypothesis is two-sided. So from table is there here. So this is the test, one tail test or two tailed test. The critical value of Z, this is 5% level, this is 1% level. So 5% level means minus 1.645 or 1.654, it's negative to positive, or minus 1.96 or 1.96. Okay, and 1% means 2.33 minus 2.33 to 2.33 or minus 2.58 or 2.5. So this is the value of these two. Okay, so this is not necessary, but it is very important. This is the very important type 1 and type 2. Then can I repeat this? It is because it is very important. If the hypothesis is rejected, so rejected means you know that when we can reject the values are here is there the 5% and 1% of this value, then the value is not lie between these two, that value we can reject it. Here is, if does not, the hypothesis is rejected. Okay, so that is rejected, while if should have been accepted, we say that a type 1 error has been committed. Then if the hypothesis is accepted while it should have been rejected, we say that a type 2 error has been made. Okay, you remember these two definitions. So this is the very important. So it is confidence limit is also very important here. Okay, then similarly, for example, this is the important here. So alpha is 5% and alpha is equal to 5% means 0.05, 1% 0.01. The next video we can make it is the examples. That time is very important. The answer is lies between 5% or 1%. What is the standard value of the hypothesis? 5%. Okay, then you can see the next videos. You easily understood, that is significance level. Okay, this is H0 and H1. What is H0 and what is H1? H0 means null hypothesis, H1 means alternative hypothesis. Okay, you remember this one, H0 and H1. So these are the null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. And similarly, so you can test hypothesis. How you can test the hypothesis? This is also main important. And sampling distribution is also main important here. So you can check the random sampling. Okay, random sampling means the size of that sampling. We can call it small n. Then what is sample? So you can see this is census method and sampling method. You remember these two values. Then similarly, it is introduction to this one. what is universe and what is okay. So this is the basic proper definitions of the sampling theory model. So about this one we can cover the one or two questions. Okay, thank you.